I'm letting y'all know from the jump of this video because I know some of you guys get a little pressed at like old news. This is actually very old news. This is probably about 3 weeks to you know what I don't even know what damn date it is. It's almost 1 month old, y'all. Okay, probably by the time you guys are seeing it, it's 1 month old. Okay, do not get pressed at me. I know, obviously, especially because I'm like doing daily uploads. Like, I know you guys would probably like things a little bit more, fast paced. However, let's go ahead and keep in mind that Mikayla Nogueira blocked me. Okay, so I don't really see things of hers until way later, unless like maybe some other like drama TikTok account that I follow, posts about it, or if I see it on Reddit because y'all, it's so crazy. Like, I'm not even part of that like Mikayla Nogueira Reddit. However, maybe because I've clicked at it a couple times, it like pops up on my little feed on there. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know that this is old. Okay, maybe you guys have probably already heard about this, but I do want to talk about it because obviously you guys know that I talk about Mikayla Nogueira on here. Low key, I'm kind of surprised that none of you guys have even told me about it. Like, I haven't seen anything about this within the Patreon, up on YouTube. Like, nobody's really tagged me in anything on this. And then I saw a video. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I don't even know, because for the most part, every time that I see something on TikTok, like, it's pretty recent. Like, I would say within the last week or so. You know what I'm saying? However, I didn't know TikTok shows something from like this long ago. So I had seen somebody else talk about this situation on TikTok, and I had, clicked on the comments to be nosy, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is commenting all the way back from like August 16th. I was like, oh, this has been a while. I guess maybe I hadn't really seen it on my timeline because I was on my cruise during that. Well, I was on my cruise on the 20th to the 27th. So obviously I was gone for a while. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why I missed it. And y'all know I didn't have internet. However, I did want to talk about this because I do talk about Mikayla Nogueira up on my channel, obviously, quite a bit. And I do got to keep it real. The subject matter, I am very, very curious to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about, because this seems to be a very divided topic. And y'all know me, I like to strike up a conversation and actually know what people are thinking about things, because I do got to keep it with you guys. I have known a couple, addicts before in my life, and I do know that everybody does process things differently, okay? Specifically within my family, I'm like, family, if you're watching this, I'm not opening up about people, okay? I'm just generally speaking here. I do know a couple people who cannot be around like clubs and bars and alcohol in general. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it does trigger them to want to fall into old habits, okay? However, I do know another person who is totally comfortable going to bars, clubs, concerts, like all these different things, totally comfortable being around drinks and things like that, because they obviously are just kind of like at a point, I guess, to where they are, they no longer rely on it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what's really crazy too is actually my dad. I know this has, well, does this fall under the addiction category? I don't really know. My dad was a smoker for 25 years, y'all. And when I say chain smoker, I mean chain smoker. Like, he would literally go through about 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I am not exaggerating. Up out of nowhere, he just completely stopped it. And to him now, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so like grossed out by the smell of smoke. Like, he hasn't smoked, I think, in like, it's probably been about 10 years now. Shit, you know what? No, it's been longer than 10 years, probably about 15 years that he hasn't smoked. So to him, it like grosses him out now. And the same person I'm talking about who could be around it is like, oh, like even the smell of alcohol grosses me out. And they once were an alcoholic. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know that everybody obviously processes things different, and different triggers hit different people. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is where I do feel like, oh my gosh, y'all, there is some nuance to some things, and I really do think that not everything is black and white. Do you know what I mean? That there is some in between, and I feel like there is some gray area, because obviously everybody does handle things differently, okay? Basically, what we are talking about, if you guys have not seen this, once again, yes, I know it's old, okay? I just wanted to talk about it because I do feel like it is, an important topic to talk about, especially talking about Mikayla Nogueira, because she has been very open and transparent with her husband's struggles and his addiction and things like that. A lot of people were saying that it was wrong of her to have a house party, because I guess, she got a new house, and then she had a housewarming party, and I guess, I don't know if she created a TikTok about it or if she created a little vlog. I don't really know what the case was, or if other friends that were there, created little behind the scenes videos, whatever the case is, okay? Nonetheless, I guess she was tipsy at this party, and a lot of people were judging her for being tipsy at the party, and I guess, people were drinking, and there was alcohol present, there was alcohol in the house, and being that just in the beginning of the year, she had opened up that Cody had relapsed, okay? And I guess before, she has mentioned before that he has struggled with alcohol, as well as, I don't know what the other thing is, but she basically alluded to the fact that there was something else, some other type of substance that he would turn to, okay? Now, this is where I say, I gotta keep it real with you guys, because I don't know how everything works. My initial thought was, okay, Whew, if I was in her shoes, y'all know I'm a drinker, okay? I love to have my drinks. I do feel like it is my little escape from reality. When the weekend comes, I'm like, give me a drink, y'all, so I could just relax. Do you know what I mean? It would be very difficult for me to be with somebody who is recovering because I'm like, oh, damn, I don't know if this is going to be a trigger. Like maybe I can't have any type of alcohol within the house or around them. Do you know what I'm saying? My first thought process, okay, was, oh, damn, like this is really soon, like to have alcohol around him, considering, I guess people were mentioning beforehand that I guess she had had alcohol around him at like a dinner or something like that, just 6 months after he got back out of rehab, okay? However, I thought initially at first, oh damn, maybe that is a little bit too soon. But then I saw other people speaking out about it and they were saying, no, like me, as soon as I gave it up and as soon as I was past 90 days, or some people even said 60 days, like obviously everybody's different. They were like, I was comfortable being around it. Like I could go out to a dinner party with friends or even to a bar and not be triggered by it. I know that everybody works differently. And this really did open up my brain to be like, oh wow, like obviously people are going to handle this differently because obviously different people's triggers are different. Do you know what I mean? As soon as my dad quit, and I know obviously this is a bad thing because I do feel like obviously alcohol is way more of an abrasive substance than cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? However, they're both bad for you. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm saying as soon as my dad gave up cigarettes, like the next day he could be around it. 2 days after he could be out. Like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like oh my God, he was fiending for it. It's like, I don't know, about out of nowhere, as soon as he decided to like bam quit, like he quit. He wasn't doing no nicotine patches. He wasn't doing the nicotine gum or whatever, Nicorette gum, whatever that shit's called. He wasn't doing any of that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I kind of equate it to that of like, oh, like maybe some people, as soon as they really quit it, they quit it and they are strong enough immediately. I gotta keep it real with you guys, y'all. I've said it time and time again. Like, low key, I'm addicted to food, and I really do feel like when it comes down to, certain little Debbie's and things like that, little pastries, like, y'all, if I'm trying to be on a diet and I'm like around that, I'm triggered. I'm like, get that shit out of the house because I will eat a whole damn box. Do you know what I mean? Because I have no self control when it comes down to snacks, okay? So that's where sometimes I'm just like, everybody's different. Do you know what I mean? And this is why I'm like, wait, low key. Y'all know how I feel about Mikayla Nogueira. I'm just like, she's a liar. She's a little bit shady. But when it comes down to things like this, I think obviously if she is married to the guy, she obviously knows his triggers. She knows his boundaries. She knows, obviously, okay, let me not have alcohol around him. And I think that it sucks that obviously when you are such a popular creator online, people are just going to run some stories, okay? People are just going to be very outlandish and very just aggressive and just like, rude. And I really do feel like in this specific situation, it's kind of like everybody needs to stop and realize she is married to this man. Obviously, she has conversations with him behind the scenes, private conversations, and she knows what to not do in front of him. And I really do think, okay, and hey, screw me for like obviously being optimistic, but I really do think that if her husband was triggered by alcohol, that she wouldn't have, alcohol in front of him. Like, because that would be really messed up if so. Like, honestly, can you guys just imagine if she's just like, well, no, I'm just going to continue living my life. Screw you. Like, that's messed up. Do you know what I mean? So I really do think that she obviously is like, he's comfortable within where he's at and he's good. And I guess there was a saying, I think she had said it before too. I'm gonna play a clip obviously for you guys, to where I think there's an ongoing saying within like basically when you're going through rehab and things like that, when you're going through your sobriety journey, to that says something along the lines, don't quote me on this, but it's like, go where any free man goes or something like that, basically meaning like you can do whatever another person does as long as you're comfortable within yourself, basically is what it's saying. Like, that you're not going to relapse. You know what I mean? And this is where I have to say, like, low-key, I do feel like, okay, y'all know how I feel about Mikayla, but in situations like this, I'm just kind of like, okay, people are going a little too hard on her, because you guys are going to see this clip if you guys haven't already seen it. Yes, I know it's old, but somebody was like, we need to free Cody from Mikayla, and basically like calling her evil and stuff, and saying that it's messed up that she was drinking at this house party. And I'm sitting over here like, y'all, I'm sure like she had talked to him and he's comfortable being around it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really think like she's going to be that freaking evil of a person to sit over here and use this substance in front of him that he obviously is like, you know what I mean, like has an issue with. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, yes, I understand that. I clearly, y'all, recently I've really realized like, oh shit, I guess I'm a rare person, because I really do like to like look at situations at the glass half full. Anyone that knows me knows that. Like, I'm always looking at the brighter side of things, and I'm sitting over here like, damn, even though I don't even like Mikayla, and I'm like, this shady bitch done blocked me, and I'm sitting over here like, okay, I immediately knew, duh, like obviously she knows her husband is comfortable being around this. And I don't think that people should sit over here and judge her, you know, for having a drink, because I do feel like at the end of the day, if he's comfortable within his sobriety journey, then if she likes to drink every now and then, like, oh my gosh, let the girl have a damn drink. Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, whoa, there are several other reasons to call out Mikayla, okay? And her being a damn liar when it comes down to taking sponsorships and brand deals, that's a reason. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, I do want to go and play this clip because she did speak out about this whole entire matter. Check it out.
This post is for Cody. Let's save Cody. Hashtag save Cody from Mikayla. What she did was disrespectful in his own home.
I'm gonna need you to be so for real right now. We had a housewarming party. I had alcohol at the housewarming party. Let's talk about it. A lot of people have a lot of opinions about things that Cody and I do in our marriage. Rightfully so. I posted on the internet. But there's a couple things I need you to consider. Cody's been sober for 6 months. Do you ever consider that Cody himself is extremely proud of himself that he was able to have a housewarming party with alcohol and coexist at this party with no desire to drink? Did you ever consider that? And you're not going to tell Cody what is too soon. It's not your recovery. You have zero say in how soon Cody should be around alcohol. The second thing I want you to consider, do you think I just do things without talking to my husband? Don't you think we had a conversation weeks leading up to this party about what beverages would or would not be served? What's disrespectful is you assuming that I just said F Cody and brought a bunch of alcohol into the house without having a conversation with him. Are you serious? The way everybody goes about their own recovery is different. And one thing I need you to understand is that Cody doesn't like to be tiptoed around, okay? He wants to be integrated into a space just like everybody else. 100 people at this housewarming party. You think because of one person there's gonna be no alcohol? That's not how recovery works, okay? The dream in recovery is go where any free man can go, without the temptation, okay? The only reason an alcoholic is gonna drink is because of the alcoholic, not because of the people around them or the alcohol in the room. People keep painting me like I'm some villain with Cody. Like, I'm not holding this man captive, okay? We've been together 5 years. If he wanted to leave, his ass could leave, okay? He brings me flowers and cards, and he tells me he loves me every 5 seconds. That's because I'm a good wife, okay? I stand on my 10 toes about that, okay? I stood by Cody's side when he was at the worst, lowest moment of his life. I stayed, just like he has stayed for me. So the fact that there was alcohol at this party, no one gives a except for the internet, who's blowing it out of proportion. And I saw another post about how Cody was like on the couch in his phone, feeling uncomfortable in the situation. Wrong-o! It was like 1 a.m., bro. We were cleaning up, we were having fun. He was just chilling. He was literally just chilling. There was no alcohol at that point. He was just relaxing. It was 1 a.m. You're not gonna sit here and tell me what is or is not disrespectful in my marriage that you're not in. I know something else. Cody doesn't have TikTok, okay? He's not gonna see your video. And you know why he doesn't have TikTok? Because of people like you.
I gotta say, y'all, on this one, I am on her side. Do you know what I mean? Especially because I have seen other people speak out about their journeys, and there is obviously so much nuance to this, and obviously this is not just a cut and dry situation, okay? It's not black and white. There is middle ground over here. Some people may not be able to be around the substance that they are triggered by, okay? But then some people can, and that's where everyone needs to realize everybody is different. Everybody's sobriety journey is different. Everybody reacts differently to everything. And this is where I say, like, low-key, y'all, I feel like really as a society, like, damn, like, the word nuance should be popularized way more, because more people need to learn that there is nuance to so many different people and situations. And I just feel like everyone needs to, like, realize we're not all robots. We don't all just sit here and act the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're obviously going to, you know, perceive different situations differently, and like we're going to react differently. Like, oh my gosh, oh, we are different people over here, okay? Like, everyone has different triggers and beliefs and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.